Hey everybody, my name is MetalMusicMan!
And I'm Professor Lex.
And welcome to episode 51 of the Metal and Lex podcast. There's something about
firework noises,
half-hearted sound effects that makes them somehow better. They're awful, but somehow they're better because they're awful. It's kind of like your sound effects are like the audio embodiment of the character Dan. So what I'm saying is your sound effects have a corner infinite for no reason when they probably should.
For no reason at all. Should not be able to build meter. They're going to do something stupid. They're not just going to change hit stun. They're not going to be delicate about that.
No.
If you guys don't know what we're talking about, in Street Fighter V, Dan is out, and he's got an infinite.
He has a corner infinite. He's supposed to be bad in the lore.
By design. It seems he is not.
I don't feel like he needs to be as bad as you seem to think he needs to be, but he probably shouldn't be the best character in the game.
I don't think he should be garbage. I do think he should be bad. I think he should be low tier.
Maybe. I guess he is a joke character after all.
Yeah.
I suppose.
Shoutouts to Ryo from King of Fighters, Art of Fighting.
Who he's right? Like making fun of.
Yeah.
Yeah, the whole King of Fighters
with
Street
the
Fighter
orange
back and forth.
Yeah.
They have. There's another one. The guy with the mask too, right? Mr. Mask Man.
Mr. Karate.
That's why Dan has a sideways mask in one of his costumes.
Oh no, I didn't know that.
Yeah,
they keep going.
That's it. Oh yeah, it's multiple Dan sideways mask ref.
The Tengu mask.
Okay, this is just telling me about COVID-19. So
there you go. Perfect. That's what I needed to know.
I promise that's
Dan
the thing.
caused COVID.
There's a character in King of Fighters who I don't remember who has like a weird mask, and that's why Dan has that old costume.
Okay.
Anyway, welcome to this episode where we wing it because it's Sunday and we were going to record yesterday, but Pharaoh was in town and we had a super spreader.
We had a small super spreader event.
A small super spreader event where I really don't generally do that much activity because it's still COVID times. But Pharaoh lives in California and we haven't seen him in like a year and a half or something now.
Oh yeah, no, it's been too long.
It's been a long time. So we were like, we're not gonna not see Pharaoh. So I was up till like fucking 2:00 in the morning, playing Smash Brothers and drinking scotch. Which Pharaoh is a fucking animal. That guy drank like 1 million cups of coffee, and then he finished
I never have any of your coffee.
All of my tequila's gone. All of my scotch is gone.
I wanted that coffee. I was going to ask you for a coffee White Russian later, and then I forgot.
Oh, you should have asked me. I would have gladly made you one. Yeah,
I know you're good for that. That's like your signature thing.
It's one of a few. Yeah, I've got a few little signature drinks.
What's the one that Sea Breeze? That's the other one.
I like some Sea Breezes too.
Yeah,
that's Sea Breeze. The Lauren specialty from the show Angel.
Shoutouts to Angel.
Disgraced person Joss Whedon who is canceled.
Apparently, let's put him on. Should we put him on the fighting game cancel list as long as we're here?
No, he's not that bad. That's my problem with it.
He's pretty bad, man.
He's a big asshole.
You read the shit from Cordy, right?
Yeah, that's pretty bad.
Yeah, that's pretty bad. Yeah, it's not like he raped anybody.
He's not a rapist.
Bad,
I feel like he doesn't deserve to be canceled as a rapist would.
Not as a rapist. Just a fighting game canceled.
He's just a big
I just don't want him to come to my tournaments.
Okay, so what is he? He's Filipino champ canceled?
He's a step beyond Filipino champ.
You think he's beyond?
Yeah. The Filipino champ was being ignorant and a dweeb, but he wasn't being like actively hurtful to the people who work for him. That's a level of malice I don't forgive.
Don't you feel like he was? Don't you feel like he actively was hurtful to King Blue River on multiple occasions?
Oh, well, yeah.
I feel like Joss Whedon is not as bad as Filipino champ was. Anyway, it's 2021, and thank goodness they aren't rapists, because that's the best thing you could say about anyone.
That's all anyone has gone for them, or anybody who's anybody.
But so I don't know. Quick life update. I got shit can dumped like a week ago. I don't know if I told you that.
Dumped?
I did get dumped.
What the fuck?
I know it's dumb. I don't know. It's whatever. I feel like I thought it was a more serious good thing than it was,
Damn.
It was going pretty well. It was like several months. It was like since
I
the
remember
summer.
you were telling me about her. I
was-
finally learned her name beyond just Hocus Pocus.
Hocus Pocus was the unofficial title. I give all of the chicks I date, they have a weird name that's associated
Handle.
with something that I did with them so that my friends don't have to remember their names, because it's like really annoying when, I mean, come on. I feel like this makes me sound like a bigger piece of shit than I am,
pimp player, yeah.
It's really annoying. Like, I hate when someone comes up to me and they're like talking to you about someone you don't know and you can't remember their fucking name. They're like,
doing that
I
to
was
people.
talking to Bob. You remember Bob? I'm like, no, I've never met Bob. So like, you can't remember them because you've
That's
never
part
met
of the
them.
fun.
So then if you say like the other day, I was like, putting Cheetos in Bob's butt, then everyone, you can just be like, oh, the other day I was hanging out with Cheeto Butt. Cheeto Butt. I remember Cheeto Butt. That's a name I would remember more than Bob. So
A moniker.
yeah. But I don't know, man. I thought it was like a more serious thing than it was. I hadn't even like talked about her on the podcast because I do enjoy talking about my dating escapades, but I like actually gave a shit about this chick.
You gave her the benefit of privacy.
Yeah,
Privacy.
she's pretty cool, but I don't know. She just like didn't want to try for anything. Like, you know how you get to know somebody and you have like that phase early on where like, I feel like once you kind of get a little bit beyond the point where you're just like thinking the person is hot and having sex and interested vaguely, you get to the point where you got to kind of annoy each other a little bit to see if you really give a shit about them. Like, do I like this person enough to like deal with these things that bother me, or am I just gonna like fuck off? And I thought we were doing that phase, and so we got to the phase where we were like, here are some things that annoy us about each other a little bit. Let's work on things. And then she was just kind of like, nah, I don't like things, words. I don't know. I mean, I'm a stubborn piece of shit. Don't get me wrong. I have plenty of issues of my own, but I feel like we had more time to like work on the things before
grow
it was
as
like
a couple.
Yeah, before it was like, oh, I'm just gonna fuck off. Do you know what I mean? And so then like she had like a little mini fuck off, and it was dumb. And I was like,
is
all
this
right.
related to the mini fuck off?
Yeah, it is. It was really stupid.
Okay.
We had like a stupid little spat about nothing that didn't need to happen. She like basically orchestrated a spat that didn't need to occur. And then I was like, I don't want to do a spat. Let's not do a spat. We've been having a good time. Don't do the spat. And she was like, spat, 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 spat. It's spat time. And I was like, I don't want to. And then we're in the spat. And I'm like, all right, here we are in the spat. Words. And she's just like, how dare you? And I'm like, I didn't want to
spat with me.
I didn't want to spat this, but words and like I wasn't trying. And then like, so then she like gets all pissed and like storms off. And I'm like, hey, it's cool. Like, you're like threatening to like, break up and end things and being over dramatic, which I don't like, and generally is like a big point taken away from anyone.
That's a red flag. Yeah.
I don't like that. I don't like weaponizing the breakup. Like, if you really think that's on your mind and want to talk about it in an adult way, be my guest. But like, if you just like every time someone has an argument, you just like fucking storm out or
that's
say like, I don't know if this is gonna work every time there's an argument. I'm just like, dude, I'm not trying to put up with that. But I was trying to put up with that because I thought she was cool, right? And so I'm like, all right, you're being kind of not cool, but it's cool, right?
You like people because you love people, although, yeah.
So we can, I was like, we can talk about this later. We don't need to, we've been going all night. So she like leaves, and I was like, yeah, I'll see her again in a couple days. We'll finish the argument. We'll work it out or whatever. And then she just didn't talk to me for like a month. And then she called me and was like, hey, words, things. And I was just like, fucking what? God damn it. Like,
hold on. I
feel like I deserved better than that. I feel like I deserved more communication and more attempts at things. And so
during the month of non-communicado, or
well, I mean, we like texted. It wasn't like a cold ghost, but it was like she was just like vaguely evasive.
It was a warm ghost.
Yeah. She was vaguely evasive. I'd be like, all right, well, hey, do you want to like hang out and talk again? And she's like, yeah, maybe this weekend, like several times. And then it never happened. And I was like, okay, like I feel like I'm getting fucking ghosted here, and this is stupid. So yeah, it felt like, I don't know, if I had seen this chick for like a month or two and then she like did this, I'd be like, yeah, whatever. Sometimes people got to ghost you. But it was like, I think we've been like seeing each other since
going steady.
Yeah, since like the summer, dude. And then she just like decides like, bleh. And so then she's like, I don't know. Do you have anything to like say in words now that I've said these things? Because I'm just like, I just don't. She said some dumb fucking bullshit, some fucking loaded shit that was like, I don't like who I am when we're arguing or something. And I was like, fuck you. That is so putting your fuck. No, I don't like that. That's like
very no. That's artful.
That's putting your shit on me. That's like she's basically saying it's my fault.
But you're the one who made it be my fault.
Exactly. Yeah. And so she said that, and I was just like, I wanted to argue it, but I was so annoyed at her like pre-giving up and not putting any work in and like having made up her mind to this. I was like, I'm not gonna bother arguing this again. I was like, you know what, fucking fine. Like you've already weaponized the breakup mechanism and threatened to break up with me X number of times so far, which were all already like, I was like, I will deal with this. I don't like it, but I'll deal with it. But now, after all of that, and then you're also going to be like, oh, here's the thing that I don't like. And then she's like, has the fucking, oh my God, she had like the audacity to just be like, oh, well, I hope we can like still be friends
and stuff. Hang out and be friends, yeah.
And I'm like, I'm not trying to tell you to fuck off forever or anything. I'm not, because I do think this is a chick I probably could be friends with, but like, I'm not really interested in that at that moment. Like,
that's what you're looking for like in this relationship.
Yeah. I'm not really like, and then like she said some shit too that like, this is like, there were multiple things when she was doing it where she was also like, and I don't even know if you could call, maybe we aren't even breaking up because I don't know what you could call it. I'm like, bitch, I know.
You can call it that.
I know it's been COVID. I know we started seeing each other during weird COVID dating times and neither of us knew where this was going to go. But you don't fucking see someone exclusively for like 9 months,
6 months, 9 months,
or whatever,
and
then be like, were we dating? And it's just like, fuck you for trying to fucking like. So she tried to like downplay some shit, and
gaslight you on the whole relationship.
This should tell you a lot. Well, I've been gaslit a million times worse than that, but that is definitely a thing. But no, so like this should be very telling for you, like from my experience, is like when she like went through the whole thing, and I was just like, okay. I was like, that's frustrating because this, but also okay. And then she was like, are you still there? Because I just wasn't saying anything. I kept being like, I want to go into a diatribe about how fucking dumb all of this is, but also you're clearly just apparently done. So I'm not even going to fucking bother. And I was just like, all right, well, I'm going to go now.
I got video games to play. I could be practicing I'm gonna go Street Fighter,
play WoW, and jack off. Yeah. Anyway, I subscribed to an OnlyFans for the first time in my life. So totally unrelated. Totally unrelated. Definitely not a coping mechanism.
I have this OnlyFans worker. But is she nice? Is it a purely pictorial relationship you guys have?
Oh, I literally was just jacking off like 3 hours ago and put $6 on my credit card to look at more pictures. I mean, I don't think it'll go beyond that.
$6.
I don't think it'll go beyond that but I was like, man, I don't know. I've never paid for porn in my life. I have always thought it was the most pointless thing in the entire world because there's just so much free porn that you can get. Why would you do it? But I don't know, man. I've just got to, this is where I convince you I'm a good citizen. Okay. Because at the end of the day, why wouldn't you support independent content?
Independent, yeah. And that's sex worker positive, which is Alex. Sex positive. Yeah,
I'm a very good person. This is
you're not going to catch me knocking you for subscribing to an OnlyFans. Because people deserve to be paid. It's fucking capitalism outside, and will be for the foreseeable future.
Capitalism is outside, baby.
Yeah, like if these are consenting women that are making $6 a pop or whatever, like
I don't really know how it works, to be honest with you. I'm like, fuck it. I am newly single. I have $6. I have $6 and a boner in my hand, which belongs to me. Let's see what happens, credit card. I gotta say, I'm kind of disappointed. I thought there was gonna be like an archive where like you subscribe. I thought it was gonna be like when you subscribe to Netflix. Like when you give Netflix, $11 or whatever a month it costs, or $15, you give them that $15, you get the entirety of the current Netflix catalog, right? So I'm thinking like, oh man, there's gonna be so many things. Hell yeah, this $6. There was literally more on this content creator's Twitter feed than there were like 4 things on OnlyFans.
Better?
I guess no. It was like almost the exact same shit. So the content was good. It made me want to give them more money so I could continue touching myself. But
the business transaction.
But like
the sex positive business transaction.
There was no like archive of content, and this confused
felt
me.
cheated.
So I haven't canceled it yet because like.
Is it like PlayStation Plus, where as long as you have PlayStation Plus, then you can get the new free games, but as soon as you cancel, then
I think
you
that
lose
is
access
how
to
it
it?
is. I think you only have access to like a certain snapshot. Like the content only exists for like X amount of time, it seems like. But that's fucking stupid. Why would it work that way? Because, and I think it's because they want to cultivate that whole weird relationship. Like, I don't know if this was an automated DM or not.
Parasocial relationship.
So, yeah.
Yeah.
Yes. I don't know if this was like an automated DM, but you get like a DM from the creator
Hi,
as soon as you sub.
MetalMusicMan.
It's
it's me.
My OnlyFans name is like Schnarf45765123.
Oh, you're not MetalMusicMan?
But this is like why. This is like why the whole thing, I did it, and it still weirds me out. And this is why I have never done it, but I was like, fuck it, let's see what OnlyFans is about. It weirds me out because I don't think I want a friendly friendship relationship with the people that I'm getting my porn from.
Probably not.
I just don't.
I think that would be weird.
Maybe there's some sex negative aspect of that I shouldn't be encouraging, that I've like been indoctrinated to think.
You're separating business and pleasure. It's
yes. When I leave work at the end of the day,
utilitarian.
Yeah, like, exactly. So I feel the same way about my porn. So anyway, I'll probably cancel this shit in the next like couple days here. I'm gonna give it. I have a month, right, for $6. I got a whole month. I'm gonna see what comes in. Yeah, I don't know. It seems like a waste. It seems like a total waste, and it seems like a really bad use of money when you could buy like sex toys for that. You could. The
sex toys don't update every month.
That's true. You've got me there.
Help me out.
Maybe next podcast I'll be a believer and I'll be like, no, man, there was so much good content this week. It's worth $6.
How did you personally come to find this particular OnlyFans account, again, without doxing them?
So I was browsing Reddit and 4chan, looking at random porn things as they came up. And then I saw a thing that made my pee-pee hard. And then there was a link that was like, here's my OnlyFans. And I was like, hey, man.
Wow.
I don't have anything better to do with this $6.
I can get in on the ground floor.
And this is research. I'm going to be researching to see how bad of a business investment this is.
Yes, I forgot the note of science this is.
Yeah, sound off in the comments if you pay people money for nudes. But
we won't judge.
But
I won't judge.
It seems like a bad deal to me. It seems like a bad deal, dude. Seems like a bad deal. Like, I feel like you could get a lot better content for free most of the time is the problem. But this is first day. Who knows?
$6. Maybe. This is day one?
This is day one. I literally did this like 3 hours ago.
Why'd you say that you only have 2 days? It sounds like you've got a month. Does it expire at the end of February?
No, I was saying I might like cancel in a few days, I think.
Wait the month.
Well, I mean, I think even if I cancel, I still get the month. Is what you know what I mean? Like I think when you buy a month, it's like internet access. If you cancel it, you still get
to the end of the term. Yeah. It's a contractual obligation.
I don't know. I'm a total noob. Anyway, seems like a bad deal. I'll keep you guys updated and let you know how that goes. But that's my life update, Alex. How have you been?
Dude, my life is fine. We thought we had birds in the attic, and we got a guy from a local pest control company to come dick around in our attic space. And he was like, guys, it's not birds. Good news. It's not birds. It's not squirrels. It's mice.
That's worse than birds.
No, it's cheaper than birds.
Oh, really? Okay.
Yeah, because if it were birds, they'd have to go wrangle them. With mice, they can...
just kill them?
Yeah.
Why can't they just kill the birds?
Well, the one that would make me cry.
Are you going to have a bunch of dead mice in your attic? Because they don't...
Yeah, but they just sort of... okay, so...
Just let them decompose.
Classic rat poison is made out of anticoagulants, right?
Okay.
So an anticoagulant makes your blood go. Instead of clotting, you don't. And that's what makes a dead mouse stinky.
Sure, because their blood doesn't clot. Okay.
Right. So, and then the blood goes everywhere, and that's the liquid. That's what smells. That's what'll rot. If a mouse, is disposed of in a different way, like in a way that makes their heart just stop or whatever, they'll sort of petrify and then shrivel away. This is not anything anyone wanted to hear today.
But you're still leaving. Well, this is very on brand for us. We're going from personal masturbatorial stories into dead rodents.
Why do I always have the dead rodents and body horror and shit? Why do you always get the masturbatorial?
That's AIDS? Alex. I think that says a lot about. Script. I think that says a lot about.
It says a lot about society. No, okay. So here's the real kicker. The guys in the basement. Jen very cleverly took the dogs out on a walk, right? So she took the dogs out so that they would be distracted when the guy came. And she comes back in, and the guy says, "All right, now that I've seen the attic, now that I've been on top of your roof, I need to go into your basement." I was like, "All right, you're the professional." So he goes into the basement, and that's when Jen shows up, and she's down there. Excuse me, sorry. And he starts talking about I need help. I'm a 61-year-old man. I've been doing this for a while, and like I need to enlist you guys' help because like the process will only work if you all are cooperating with me. So I'm going to need you guys to do stuff.
Is he a therapist? I'll tell you.
Dude, I guess we need to fucking talk through all of our problems with him.
He's a rodent pest control and therapy
combination
specialist.
Therapist. Yeah.
Dual
and he's like, all right,
at a young age.
Do what?
He dual spec'd at a young age.
Yeah. So he says, so I'm not gonna mince words. I'm not gonna waste you guys' time if you guys aren't willing to help, because there are a lot of millennials out there that aren't gonna help us, and I just don't like working with them. And I was like, yeah, I know a lot of millennials.
Sure, buddy. I know.
By having been one. Boomer. And then he's like, because they're lazy and they just don't want to do anything. I got a few kids that are millennial age that aren't millennials. They understand the value of work. And I was like, I don't need to hear this from you. Please tell me about the mice. And he's like, oh, you want to talk mice then, huh? All right. See, we're gonna try and make it difficult for them to get access to good food that they would like to eat. But the thing is, the juvenile mice, they'll eat anything. They'll eat whatever's out, and they'll fall for the bait very easily. You know why? Because those are the lazy mice, the millennial mice.
Oh my god!
I was like, what are you doing?
What are you doing? Weird.
And then he's like, so we're done in the basement. I've done all I can do here. Next, Jen, we're gonna need your help upstairs in the kitchen. And I was like, the fuck are you talking about? You need her help in the kitchen. I cook. Me. No.
He not only is shitting on you with his shitty millennial mouse story, he's also imposing gender roles upon you in this scenario where he needs your help to do his job that he shouldn't need your help
exactly.
for. Oh and my so god.
We get up to the kitchen and Jen's like, I can't talk to this man. I'm leaving. And I was like, yeah, obviously, I believe, except then it'd just be this weird, sexist old dude in my basement. So then Isaac. He's my cat's up to some shit. We get to the kitchen. He's like, see, here's your problem. You got a bunch of food in your pantry. And I was like, that seems normal to me, but go on. And he's like, well... mice, they can get into your pantry for reasons that I'm not going to make clear, but they can't get into your drawers. Now, I'm not trying to tell you how to live your life. I'm not trying to tell you how to organize your drawers. But if you take all of your pots and pans and put them in the pantry, and then get all of your cereal boxes and put them in the cabinets, you'll see the mice go away. And I was like, probably not, man. If they can get into the pantry, I imagine they can get into the cupboards. And he says, see, look at this. You got too many baking sheets up here. Fuck you.
What is this guy's existence? Why doesn't he just put the fucking poison down and leave? I don't understand.
I don't know.
Does he think he's a consultant?
Yes. Eventually he was like, so the price is going to be like fucking $300 on the first month. And I was like, what do you mean the first month? He's like, yeah, then the next month it's an additional $100. And every other month after that, it's $100. And that'll take care of it. It's like, get out of my house.
How many months did he say it would take?
Forever.
What do you mean forever?
You know how forever is a mighty long time? He wanted to just keep coming back to my house and keep putting rat poison out.
Oh, like on a plan to always.
Yeah.
Even though you
fuck
don't.
that.
Yeah. Fuck.
Yeah. No, my dad called me later and he was like, "Nah, you got to talk to the bug man."
The bug man.
Yeah. Apparently, there's this guy who used to spray down for pests occasionally when my grandparents had problems, and he's still alive. So I'm supposed to talk to him, and my mom was in the background, and she's like, "Don't call him the Bug Man." And my dad was like, "Nah, man, Papa used to call him the Bug Man, Joe the Bug Man."
Joe Bugman. It's his last name. Joe Bugman.
I don't know, but I'm gonna find out.
God, all I can think about when I hear stories like what you just told me is how glad I am, how fucking glad I am that I don't own a house.
Yeah, but like when you think about it, you're just like you're paying some other dude's mortgage, and he's not really contributing any value. He's giving you a place to live.
Yeah,
sure,
but I don't have to ever think about mice or Joe Bugman, and that is worth.
Joe Bugman is legit. He's an
I'm
OG.
sure he is, but I don't want to think about him.
You don't want to talk to Joe Bugman?
I don't want to think about him. I don't want to think about. I don't want. Okay. Let me explain to you. Let me explain to you how this works. This is just like mental stacks in fighting games, okay? All that happens is this is the same thing. Yeah, I know.
Is this the segue?
This is the segue. I'm really good at my job, okay. Alex. All right, stop laughing. I'm being professional right now. I'm trying to anchor this podcast, okay?
I'm so sorry. I was distracting.
Just like mental stacks in fighting games, Alex, because You have to stop. Okay.
No, I'm sorry. Here, I'm in character. I'm focused. Tell me about mental stacks and fighting games and how that's the same as Joe the Bugman.
Because that's the bit I'm doing right now. God damn it! All right, so twice a year, I am minding my own business. I'm jacking off to OnlyFans shit in my apartment, okay, or I'm at work and preferably not doing that because of at work. So. So I'm doing whatever I'm doing, and I just get a text from my landlord, and it says, "Hey, maintenance is gonna stop by today, and they're gonna do things to your furnace because we have to replace your air filter."
Your filters.
And then I respond, "Okay." And that's it. That's the only time I think about anything.
What if
about
I told
my house,
you
about like I don't have to like they just do it, and I know what those cost. I used to do them at the condo I lived in. I would replace my own. I don't know what that shakes out to be over the course of a year. I don't know, but the time and the fact that I don't have to think about it is so worth it. It's the same way as like people are like, "Oh man, why would you take your car in to like blah place when you could just like change your own oil?" The answer is, I don't want to do it. I don't want to do it. And see, so if I could just pay someone to do it, I mean, I'll like do my own fucking, my own blinker fluid.
But for an oil change, you pay expressly for the convenience of having someone else do it for you.
I will never want to change my own oil. I just don't. I feel like that's okay. Like people pay me to fix their computer because they're too fucking stupid and lazy and worthless to do it themselves. Like it's okay to have a service industry service you.
I don't have anything against the service industry.
It's okay to pay someone $6 a month to jack off to them. This is what we've learned today. That's the service industry.
You can't be expected to jack off to yourself. That's impractical.
I've tried. Sadly, it's not. Yeah, it's not. It doesn't.
Do you make eye contact with yourself?
No. So okay. Well, yeah. All right. I know this is a shocker to everyone who's very straight, but I'm actually not gay. And
I don't think that's a gay thing.
And so when I know, but this is what I'm getting to. So like when I don't see like my body, and like I'm not really able to use it as as like a means. I don't really like it that way. So it's not like I can't get the right angle in the mirror. Like even if I like hide my face, I'm still looking at like a dude. I mean, it's not exactly. Now, maybe if I put some nice undies on and shaved myself down and didn't eat for a month, maybe then, that could work out for me. But like, I don't want to do that. I don't want to live my life that way.
And I want to pay someone else to do it. Yeah. Okay. This makes total sense. I'm sorry I ever doubted you.
God damn it! You beat me to my own setup, you fucking son of a bitch.
No, you set it up.
All right. Anyway,
it's a partnership we have. Will.
Joe Bugman
my
is,
cat,
he's cat or meowing.
My cat is so mad. I'm going to let him out of my room.
All
He
right.
can talk. I'll hear
Bye
you.
bye forever, Isaac. I'm just gonna listen to the meows. That's all I'm doing. How dare you? So Alex's cat is Isaac, and he usually meows to get let into the room. It is shocking to me that he's meowing to get out, since he always wants to get in.
No, it's not a shocking event. That's just how cats live their lives.
He just wants the opposite of what he has at any given moment.
Exactly, which is just so relatable.
Yeah, I can relate to that.
Yeah.
I know how that goes.
You were talking about mental stacks and fighting games, right?
Yes,
which
I was.
Reminds me, yesterday we had a grand total of like 4 people to play doubles.
We played doubles. Pharaoh hates doubles because he's a fucking asshole piece of shit, but
I respect his difference of opinion, but also doubles is a lot of fun.
Yeah, he's just wrong. That's not a respectable position at all. Not wanting to play Smash doubles, thinking Smash doubles are bad, is like not wanting to raise the minimum wage.
Stupid.
It's just stupid.
What's fun about doubles is helping your partner in the game to manage their mental stack. Because as Pharaoh was quick to point out, there's just so much fucking chaos. There
is a lot of chaos, but if you kind of know what your partner's looking for, you can really help them out. You are the egg god, as Yoshi, the snipe egg god. There'll be times where like Alex is on the opposite side of the stage doing like fucking loop-de-loops in the air trying to avoid shit, and somehow he finds the time to toss an egg at me like while I'm getting comboed, or to like set up a combo from like all the way across the fucking stage. It's very sick. These are the kind of plays that make doubles amazing.
Because I can't do that by myself.
Yeah, I just realized actually when you said I can't do that by myself, the way doubles play and what doubles encourages is so counter to what I value and like in my normal life. I actually.
Yeah, it sounds right.
It's so. I know it's so weird that I like enjoy helping a person and enjoy being helped by a person in doubles in a way that I just don't anywhere else. Everywhere else, I just want people basically only exist to give me serotonin. And when they're not giving me serotonin, I want them to leave me. I want them to leave me alone, and I want to play WoW. But in doubles, it's like I do actually really enjoy that aspect of it quite a bit, and it's something you also just don't get out of other fighting games. So yeah, we played some doubles and remembered how fucking great Smash doubles is. Play Smash doubles. Kids, you should do it.
So one of the great tenets of fighting games is that in almost, with only a couple of notable exceptions, in every fighting game, it's just a conversation between you and one other person. It's just the two of you. You're alone in the room. The characters figure into it. Your mental stamina figures into it. But it's just a conversation that you're having with the other guy about which one of you is better, which one of you is smarter, who's the fucking best. And to that end, at the end of the day, when you finish the game and the score is settled, you know who won and who lost, and you always know why. Either they were better than you or you were worse than them. There's no Will was fucking with me. There was no the sun was in my eyes. It was just you and that other guy or gal or whatever in the room having that conversation. The only 2 games that I can think of that aren't that way are Street Fighter Cross Tekken, which had a doubles mode, which was the Evo standard. I did like that.
It was cool. Not as cool as Smash doubles, but very cool.
No. Smash doubles is better. That's why I'm saying
but
Street
very
Fighter
cool.
first.
Yeah.
The way that it worked is that you and your partner...
we should have done that. Sorry. Anyway, we should have played Cross Tekken.
Cross Tekken? That would have been fun.
That would have been hilarious.
Yeah.
Holy shit. Anyway.
we messed up. We just have to wait until Pharaoh comes back.
Yeah.
So the way that it works is that you and your partner, and conversely, the enemy and their partner, each of you has your own health bar, but the round ends whenever one of you loses your whole health bar. Which means that if you are low on health, it would behoove you to get out.
Yeah.
Yeah, if either of you dies, that's a round. So the game, like, you got a guy on point doing a bunch of damage, and then he can do a combo that leads into the other guy coming in, and he does a bunch of damage. I like that. I think that's cool, and there is that element of like because the way the doubles worked is you had to press the tag button when they did a launcher, right?
Yes, you had to time it. So in singles for Cross Tekken, it was like if you did the launcher, it tagged your partner in. But when you were playing that co-op mode, it was like did they have to launch during your combo? Was that it, or did they just hit the button when you launch? There was some way
they hit the button when you
launch. It's
or
you launch and then they hit it at the same time, and that tags in. Otherwise, it just launches.
Or you can do a raw tag where you both tag.
Yeah, that I remember. Yeah.
That's actually pretty cool. And I now that you've said it out loud, I wish that we had played it yesterday. But
I know
since that's off the table, we got to find somebody for Jordan, so we have a fourth. We can get back into Cross Tekken.
I mean,
anyway,
he could play. Yeah. Anyway.
Back on subject. The other game that has this element is Smash Doubles. Smash Doubles is a reasonably new phenomenon for me because I am a Smash baby.
You are a little baby.
Will's been playing doubles since before I was born.
It's true.
But Smash Doubles is this interesting chaotic mess where it's too many characters on the screen by definition. More characters on screen actively than Marvel.
It's worse in Ultimate though too because the characters are bigger.
Sure.
So relative to the stage, all characters in Ultimate are bigger than I think any Smash game. Mm-hmm. So that you take up more physical space just by existing in Ultimate. Yeah.
The goals are the same. You each have your own pool of lives, and the goal is to deplete the other team's life pool. But that's where the similarities end. Yeah, the stocks. That's where the similarities end. After that, like things that don't make sense in singles suddenly make sense in doubles. So if you like go out to edge guard someone, there is the highest possibility that their partner will come out and also be there to irritate you.
Yeah, so a lot of times, like, if you knock someone off the stage in Smash, you might just be able to, like, freely go out and hit them, but then in doubles, if you do that, yeah, their partner can come out and counter edgeguard you, or, like, there are moves that aren't safe, right? Like, I don't know, Ganon forward smash or something.
Yeah.
Where, since when you play doubles, and this is one of the other things that I think is so great about doubles in Smash, is you play with Team Attack on. Because if you didn't have Team Attack on, the way you could do combos would be ridiculous, because, like, if you had no fear of ever hitting your friend, you could just grab people and just it would be awful. So in addition to making the game less awful in that regard, it also actually makes more interesting play possible, because since you can hit your opponent or your friend, sometimes hitting your friend is a good thing. So like if Alex like jabs me or hits me with like an egg, that's less like lag or end frames than like my forward smash would probably have on its own. So then like one of the ones that you can actually do with Falco, I was trying to tell Pharaoh this, but he just seemed like he was so like, so Pharaoh plays Falco as one of his mains. But yeah, he was so overloaded. He was like, Falco's just really bad in doubles. And like, Falco is very hard to play in doubles. But one of the things you can do with him that it was better in Brawl, but it's still the same way, is you can use his laser. Because the laser has like no hit stun. It's just a very little amount. So like, you can just be like Ganon can do like forward smash, and then he can laser me right when the active frames come out, and I just spam forward smash, and it's like, and you're just like hitting like forward smash over and over and over again because you're getting lasered. So there's some really weird, cool shit you can do with like intentionally hitting your partner. So it's just a very different game. It boggles the mind that anyone, including Pharaoh, could not think it was. I mean, I don't know how you could pick it up and not immediately see how good it is if you're playing with like someone who's good. And I feel like Jordan's really good at doubles, Hylian. I'm really good at doubles. I would say you're pretty damn good at them, considering how young you are.
Than I am at singles.
Yeah, you're far better. You're a far better player in doubles than you are in singles. Absolutely. So like Pharaoh has like 3 people there who are all like pretty good at doubles, and he's still just like, I don't know. Like, how do you have that reaction? How is that possible? It's so magical.
It was kind of fun. You had knocked Hylian off the stage, and I was like, yes, an edge guard moment. And I was like, I had saluted Pharaoh, and then I just ran away, and he was like, I don't know what's happening. And then I ran, and I was like, sup, Hylian, here are my feet. And
Yoshi feet.
Yeah, and he couldn't get back onto stage, and he was like, damn, that's the hardest I've ever been edge guarded. I've never been, I'm Byleth, I'm supposed to get back for free.
Yeah.
Why don't you do that all the time? And I was like, I don't know, because you've never been in that situation. No one knocked you off the stage for me before.
No one hit you off for me, Karina. Well, that is directly related to what you're saying about mental stack, right? Where you're doing things for for your partner, right? Like
Yeah,
I can just, you can just throw
offloaded
people
that.
at your partner, and then they're like, "Oh,
Yeah.
cool, thanks," and then they go. That's so true.
You remember that you hit someone? I forget who it was. Probably Lucina. You hit somebody towards off the stage, and like as a reflex, I jumped up and spiked
the
them.
fair. Oh my god!
Yeah, with the fair.
Yeah. Dude, I was having fun
so
with
fucking
Lucina.
sick.
I don't know. When COVID's over, I might be
doubles
using
exclusively.
but I might be using more Lucina just in general. I like her a lot. I've been having a lot of fun with her. But yeah, no, I did. I knocked somebody off with I don't know, fair forward smash or something. And they're at a decent percentage, but it was only like 60 or 70.
Like 30, 60,
and you just like preemptively Yoshi fair schnozzed the shit out of them and spiked them into the goddamn Shadow Realm. You cannot, dude, you just can't do combos like that in singles. It can't happen. There is so much.
It's not possible.
Yeah, there's so much unique shit, and like you got to consider we don't even practice them that often. Like if you practice them right, we were talking about when we went to Combo Breaker and we fought Yeti and Cosmos.
Yeti and Comet?
Comet, excuse me. Yeti and Comet, and they
Ugly.
just, dude, they like 6-stocked us. It was fucking insane because like there's so much you can do. Like in singles, like maybe you grab someone and you get like some weird little follow up. But in doubles, you grab someone and like your opponent hits them back into you. You hit them back in, or your teammate, excuse me, hits them back.
Your
into
partner
you.
hits it
You
back
hit
to
them
you.
back into your teammate, and you just like juggle them. And so sometimes it is better to like run off an edge guard, but other times you just throw one person off the stage. You forfeit the edge guard because they have to spend that time recovering, and then you just go 2v1 the ever loving shit out of the other guy and just fucking obliterate them. Which I tried some K Rule last night when we played doubles, and K Rule was not feeling good for me because that exact thing would happen where like they would knock my partner off. And then I would just be like, I'm a big fat crocodile piece of shit. And the main way K-Roll prevents like pressure is usually be like zoning and spacing them out. But when there's two people, you can't like prevent that from happening. And I think there was one stock where like you and I had a 6-stock lead. Like basically like they were each on their last stock. And we each had all of our stocks. And I was like, this is the freest game ever. Get fucked, scrubs. And then like they killed me with something. And I was at like 200. So I was like, whatever. And then the next stock, when I spawned, I immediately got spiked by like some weird like 2-hit combo into like a Byleth down air, and I died at like 30. And then the next stock I came back, and then they just 0 to 120% comboed me. And I was like, well,
guess we've lost.
I've done all I can do. Have a nice night, everyone.
There's also the life stealing, where you can take a stock, free stock.
Take a stock from your partner. Yeah.
You both have 3 lives, and so if I'm playing and I've got all 3 lives because I've just been throwing eggs from a safe distance, and Will has been very brave and has gone in and lost all 3 of his lives.
Brave.
He can take one of my stocks, which is kind of interesting because if I was at 3 and I've lived this whole time, I've probably taken enough damage the next time I get hit, I'll die. So if Will takes that 1 stock from me and then I die, I'm at 1 stock, but at least I've got a partner. And then suddenly the scales have been tipped and things have been completely rebalanced.
No, stock tanking is really interesting too. I think a lot of people find that boring where they're like, oh, well, he's just stock tanking. He's just playing as safe as he can to save as many stocks. And it's like, yeah, that's hype as fuck. You have one guy.
Do you know how hard that is?
Yeah, you're giving one guy like more stocks to go in and go ham aggro with. Like that's really fucking cool.
I think that's cool because it means that like the fact that stock tanking is a viable thing in doubles and it doesn't even have like a concept in singles. You can play runaway, you can circle camp.
Yeah.
But it's not the same as like
you don't have that interaction where where you're giving the stocks away.
Yeah, where you're offloading some of that mental stack.
I do think it would be really interesting to see some sort of mechanic like that in. I would love to let's learn how to make video games, Alex, and let's make a cool teams traditional fighter game. I would love to see some version of that mechanic that played off of something like, say, Elena's bullshit healing super, because I think as soon as that's like a team thing where like if you're somehow able to like you're playing 2-player, like the double dash fighting game basically, right, where you've got 2 people on each team, if like Elena can only heal because her partner like does a particular thing to like enable her to do that, that's suddenly really hype in my opinion. Right? Well, because there's counterplay to that.
Imagine you were playing Street Fighter Cross Tekken and it was a slightly different game. And we're playing, you're Elena and I'm Ryu. Healing would be kind of dumb because someone could just come in and kick your shit in, right? But would it be cool if like you did healing and then did a tag and then I came in and I had to like block your body for a second?
Yeah, that's exactly what I'm saying. Yeah, if you could like have the opponent, because that's something you do in Smash. Like you can body block people just by like standing in a particular spot where characters like say Cloud can like charge limit, right? You can as their partner in doubles, you can just like zone out the other team and prevent them from getting to that person, to allow them to charge up or recover from getting shield broken or whatever it is. Yeah, I think those interactions are so cool. And I don't know offhand, like we've still never seen a normal fighting game do it.
No.
Cross Tekken is the closest.
Even with Cross Tekken.
But even Cross Tekken, as cool as it was, it still kind of boils down to a lot of 1v1. There's not that constant dynamic. So I don't know how that would work out. I feel like you'd need like shared health pools or something. But man, I would really love to see some sort of more traditional game that maybe there's like an active player and a passive player. Maybe it's like, ooh, yeah, that's what Double Dash was. You have the driver and the gunner, and you can switch who's the driver or the gunner at any time if you want to.
You just want to play Double Dash, and I respect that. I'll play Double Dash.
Double Dash is one of the best games ever made. I don't understand why Nintendo quit.
Nintendo fucked up with every successive
why would
Mario
you not
Kart
keep
game?
making all of them like Double Dash? Double Dash is one of the best fucking games ever made.
Perfect.
It's a perfect video game, dude. Oh my god, so good. But yeah, if you had like a driver and a gunner, right? But the gunner would be the assist and the driver would be the point. You could switch at any time, but like that would give this gunner person, this assist person, like they're probably doing more than like a Marvel assist. Maybe they have some capacity to like move around. They have multiple moves they can use. They have to time. Oh yeah, maybe they had to like always be timing like certain button presses to like do combos with the point person. That would be really cool because there would be, I think there'd be a lot more to that than there was in Cross Tekken, where you only tagged in and tagged out. But if you were like hitting combos both as the point and as the off person based on when you tagged, and if you, I think, shared a health pool maybe, rather than having like, because that was the other problem with Cross Tekken is like when someone got low, they basically just never came in except for a tag combo. Because they were too,
and then they'd want to get back out.
Since when either teammate died, that was a round loss. It didn't matter if the other guy had 100%. If one teammate dies, that's it. You lost that round. That's kind of always was a weird interaction to me. Like I feel like if it was like a shared health pool, or if there's some ability for you to like transfer health the way, like I said, Elena does, I think that could have been super.
I understand why Cross Tekken was the way that it was, but like I'm not saying that it couldn't have been any other way.
The least of which is because of how do you manage auto turnaround with more than two characters on the screen.
And that's to say nothing of Pandora mode,
which
can you imagine
never got used very well.
Well. It's to the point now in the thriving Cross Tekken metagame where like you would do Pandora mode for a kill confirm. And that's like, you would never have done that back in the day. Back in the day, that was a gimmick that was just so stupid. Like back when this was an Evo game back in 2013, no one would deliberately use Pandora mode. But
it doesn't do enough
Can you
damage.
imagine?
I mean, I think is the problem. It's still useful because it does increase your damage, like you said. So they do use it as confirm, but I think that's why. Like it was rarely good enough to warrant the downside. Yeah.
Now that people have a better understanding of like meter management when it is worth damage. Yeah. Can you imagine if we had like Evo 2021 and Street Fighter Cross Tekken were a main game and like people used Pandora mode?
Can you imagine their partner to
killing your partner so that you can get more damage, and that would be so cool.
Well, here's my problem, though. I think what is way cooler than that, it doesn't need to come back, I agree, but this is my same problem with Pandora mode, is like, I think killing your partner is just inherently less cool, no matter what.
It is.
Than having your partner do a cool thing with you.
Well, okay, would you rather than that the input be from the partner?
Maybe. I think that would make it a lot more interesting. Yeah, I think but honestly, I think I'd rather just not have the mechanic, if I'm being honest with you. Because I'd rather have the mechanic be something like your partner, instead of just killing themselves, they can maybe they can power themselves up to where every time they attack they take damage too, or something like that. I think would be much more interesting than just being like, oh, I'm gonna kill my partner to power me up.
Alex is gone.
yeah, but I mean, the idea is there. So like, I think, and it's just it's a hard game to make. It's a game that doesn't have a lot of what's the word I'm looking for? Like foundation for success in the past. So I think that discourages people from trying things. But man, I don't know. I still feel like, especially with fighting games, I think like teams, fighting games is an area that like something like the new League of Legends fighter, if it ever fucking comes out, or something like some game could like blow the fucking walls off the room with doing some sort of a team mode,
a proper team.
Well, I think that could be insane. I think that would just knock everyone's socks off to a degree that has never been seen before. And that game really could be Smash Doubles, except that people are dumb and they don't want to do it. Like, Smash Doubles already exists and does everything that we're saying.
And
that's
it's
like,
fun.
That's the biggest tragedy, is like Smash Doubles already is that game, and still people still don't want to play it. It's so weird for me, because like in the Brawl era, St. Louis loved doubles. We were like the doubles fucking city.
Well, you know, there aren't any Brawl players around anymore. They all got too old.
They're all dumb Smash 4 players now, so they don't like it. Anyway,
well, you know what?
Doubles, man.
Let's petition Washige. Like, comment, and subscribe.
I want to petition him to get a new job and leave.
No, to hire us. No, let's have Washige ask us.
I don't want him to
I do.
You want to work with that guy? I
don't work with Washige. He seems nice.
He does seem like a very nice man. I would like to eat a biscuit and have a coffee with Washige, but I do not want to work with him and his horrible ideas and horrible bastardized abomination of Street Fighter.
Hear me out. Cross Tekken 2, except it's got a burst, and you can snap the other character in.
No, Alex, it's just Marvel. And there's a third character.
And there's a third character.
Literally just Marvel,
and Capcom
Alex.
IPs.
Get the fuck out of here. I hate you so much. Oh my god. Well, anyway. We're coming up on an hour. I think we're probably pretty good here, unless you have any more stuff to say about doubles or OnlyFans.
No, I just want I want to buy Washige's OnlyFans so that we can get ourselves onto the designing room floor.
I don't. I want the free market capitalism utopia to ruin Washige's capacity to have an OnlyFans, because no one buys it, and this opens up the floor for other business.
There's only one OnlyFans, and it's Washige's, and you have to buy it. That's the world you live in, Will. So what are you gonna do? Play Skullgirls?
I hate it. All right, I have been MetalMusicMan,
and I've been Professor Lex,
and we will catch you guys next time.
See ya.